Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. This is Jennifer. October is almost here, and that is my favorite season of the year, so I'm hoping to have some Halloween-ish stuff to share with you guys next week. But in the meantime, I have a few fun things to share this week, including another shirt, some thrifted stuff, an update from an old project, and just a little bit of handwork. So first we'll talk about what's on the wall. I did make another one of the Jensen shirts from Wardrobe by Me for my husband. This is a Moda Bella fabric. I will put the name of the blue here because I don't remember what it was called, so I will just make sure you guys have that. This is the same pattern that I made from the white linen sheet that he absolutely loved. It's also the same one that I made from the plaid that didn't work because it was too short, and I ended up giving it to one of my kids. But the white one is perfect, fits perfectly, and he loves it. So now we're kind of trying to replace some of his favorite shirts that were also too short. So I might have one more coming, but I'm not sure. And I want to make a long sleeve at some point. He doesn't need them very often, but sometimes you need a long sleeve, and that's always really hard for him to find something that's actually long enough. Making shirts like this is very, very new to me, especially the collar that's the two-part. It has the stand here and then the collar at the top. And I have decided that making a short sleeve shirt, at least 75% of it is collar. I spent way more time on the collar on this than I did on anything else, even the buttons. So I think once I can really master collars, shirts will be super easy, but I am still kind of working on that, just getting everything lined up and having it all look nice and smooth. It's a learning curve, but I'm really enjoying it. The other little thing I worked on last week is not done, but it's very, very close to being done. So when I go to appointments, like I get my car serviced or I have to wait for some reason, I tend to bring some sort of handwork. And for the last 6 to 8 months, it has been a little bit of hand embroidery. And so this is what I've been working on. Like I said, he's not done. So this is little reindeer. I still have to do the top of his head and his little antlers. This is a little towel that my friend Janice actually gave me. She gave me some embroidery blanks, and this is the one she shared. And so I've been working on this little guy. He is from this set, and these are the hand embroidery patterns where they come on like a newsprint. The ink actually transfers with heat, and you can use it until it stops transferring. So this is the only one I've done from this so far. You can tell it's been traveling with me because it's not in good shape. But since last week is the most progress I've made on this little guy, I thought I'd go ahead and share him, and hopefully I'll have him done next week. I'm meeting with a friend once a week, and the last couple of weeks we've been doing something crafty. So far I have prepped a quilt that I'm planning to make when I'm sewing at their house, but we haven't made it to the point where I've taken my sewing machine over there yet. And so I decided to do some handwork last week, and this was what I worked on. The last project I have to share with you guys is a revisit from something I did a year ago. So September of last year, like end of August, beginning of September, my husband and I went to Greece for our 30th anniversary. And when we got home, the squirrels had destroyed the little umbrella that's on the squirrel feeder that I have for lots more squirrels and birds and sometimes lizards and frogs. Visit my other channel, which is sewhookedjen. And there's always a link in the description. But anyway, I'd gone away, and my son was pet sitting and taking care of the house and all of that, but did not feed the squirrels. And I think they revolted a little bit, and they stole the or attempted to steal the umbrella, and he actually saw them taking it like up the tree and went outside, and they dropped it and they shredded it. So last year I remade the fabric part of the umbrella with quilting cotton, and then I sprayed it with UV protectant Scotchgard. And I actually did that a couple times across the year because we have umbrellas outside because it's very hot where I live, and we spray them with UV protectant a couple times a year. So this is 1 year later. This is what this guy looks like. The fabric has held up pretty well. You can tell it's stained, and it's got like pollen stains and a little bit of mildew here and there. The blue held up pretty well, and this sort of orangey yellow held up. This was red all the other colors are just super faded. I think this one started white, but I don't recall. But I mean, I think overall it's held up pretty well. And this just has a little anchor, like a wall anchor in the bottom, and then it sits on a screw on the little squirrel picnic table. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to share that with you guys to see how well this fabric held up over a year, and the fabric itself doing pretty good, color not so well. The very final thing is a little bit of a thrift haul. So it's been a while since I've shared one of those. As you guys know, have been upcycling and recycling tablecloths and linens into other things. It's mostly for blouses for me. Like this was a tablecloth that I turned into a top, and I love it. I wear it all the time. It's super comfy, and because of the way it's gathered, it's nice and airy underneath. But I found some 100% cotton sheets. They're not super exciting, but I think they will make really good yardage for experimenting with other patterns and things. So like when I make a shirt like this, I think in future, or if I make something for myself, I want to make it from something that if it doesn't work out for one of us, it's still good fabric, but I didn't spend very much on it, that I can just redonate it or give it away if I need to. So what I specifically was looking for, and this was at my local Savers, were 100% cotton sheets that felt really nice because I want it to feel nice on the skin. And so the first one I found was just solid white. And I will either use this for garment sewing, and if I do, I might dye it a different color. But also I need to replace my cotton napkins. So this might actually turn into napkins, but I have a feeling this is way more than I need, because usually what I do is I cut like an 18-inch square and I do a rolled hem on my serger. And it's been about 5 years and they're looking a little bad. They're about to be downgraded to garage rags. So that may be what this is for, but I think there might be more. This is probably a queen size, so I think it might be more than I need just for napkins. This one has almost a blue-gray tinge and a little bit of it's got like a little square pattern, which I thought was really good, but I thought this would make a really nice blouse or even shirt. I haven't decided yet, but I'm definitely going to do something with it, and it's really soft. It's got a really nice drape to it. And this one was a twin size sheet, so this is a lot of fabric, and all of these cost like $4. So like $4 for each individual one, so that's $12 for many, many, many yards of fabric. The last one might be my favorite because it just looks like a shirt. Like this just wants to be a shirt or a blouse, and so it's probably going to be. I used to have a button-down sleeveless blouse that was one of my favorites for years and years and years that looked almost just like this, which I think is what drew me to this. So I'm kind of looking for a button-down pattern for me. So if anybody has a pattern they like that's for ladies that are maybe busty with some hips, I would appreciate that. I'm still learning how to adapt patterns to my shape, so something with a little bit of a forgiving learning curve would be amazing. So I would love your suggestions for that down in the comments. That would be fantastic. And I wanted you guys to know that I have not gone off of quilting. I know I haven't shown anything quilty since I finished Jules's quilt, but I have been dealing with some other things it's making it harder for me to just stand up for a really long time and cut out fabric. So I just haven't done that, and I don't have anything in progress. I have 3 things that need to be quilted, and I have 1 quilt that's cut out for sewing at my friend's house, and I don't have anything else on the go. So I might prepare something this week, but I haven't really decided yet. I would love to have something a little bit instant that I could just cut out and start working on, just to have something fun to piece. I've been much more intentional about my quilting, which is why you haven't seen as much of it this year. But I am looking to make something fun and do, I don't know, just make my design wall work as a design wall instead of having a shirt hanging on it. Okay, you guys, that is probably just about enough for me. I hope that you are safe. I hope you are with people you love. Have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. And I'll see you next week. Bye.